Is it really worth your time to bake Vietnamese baguette for your banh mi? If you don't have the time, the answer is a no. But if what you want is an authentic result, then stick around until the end because I'll show you why that effort is a great investment and I'll guide you step by step to bake your own banh mi bread at home. Sure, you can grab a baguette at the supermarket or your local bakery. And yes, it might taste good, but it's not the same. A bad loaf can ruin your banh mi. For it to be authentic, you need a crust that's super thin and crisp and a crumb that's soft and airy. And trust me, unless you're in Vietnam, finding bread like that is almost impossible. Choose your subtitles. Ingredients in the description. As with any bread, we'll start with half an ounce of fresh yeast or a quarter dry yeast, which we'll place in the bowl of the mixer. Add 3/4 of a cup of water. Mix and let the yeast activate for 10 minutes. Now you need to add a small egg. And mix once more. We are going to use half a teaspoon of lemon juice. As a substitute for ascorbic acid, if you have it, you'll need 0.7 grams. Sorry, I don't know how much that is in imperial quantities. Now, add the strong flour, 2.5 cups, which we'll pour into the bowl. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of white sugar. And another 1/4 teaspoon of fine salt. Obviously, you can also do the whole process without a machine if you don't have one, but I'm going to use it. You'll need 7 minutes at low speed. The dough isn't elastic yet, so we'll need for another 3 minutes at high speed. We could even leave it a little longer, but we'll let the dough relax to develop the gluten for 15 minutes. Let's oil the work surface for the manual part of the process. Place the dough on the surface. Make 6 folds, stretching and folding the dough over itself each time. Then form the dough into a ball. Cover it and let it rest for another 15 minutes. Using the same technique, but more gently this time, we'll remove some of the air from the dough until it's easy to form into a ball that we can divide easily. With this amount, we can make 4 rolls. Divide it into 4 pieces. Once again, we'll form them into balls. We'll cover them and let them rest for 15 minutes. Put a little more oil on the work surface. Stretch the dough a little using your hands. Now, with the help of a rolling pin, we'll flatten it. Continue stretching the dough until it forms a triangle. The bottom will be the width of the roll. I like a large one, about 10 inches. Start rolling from the top, folding and pressing with each turn. Fold the edges inward as well. Press. Edges. Fold. Press. And repeat until you reach the bottom. Slide it across the table to seal it, applying pressure to the edges to shape it. Place the rolls on a baking sheet, preferably a baguette tray. Sprinkle the rolls with water and cover. Let them rest for 15 minutes. During that time, you can subscribe to see how these banh mi turn out. You should repeat this process 3 times, every 15 minutes. Slower than going to the supermarket, right? But it'll be worth it. Preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit while you leave the buns uncovered for 30 minutes. Heat a little water and pour it onto a baking sheet. This will help create steam to create the perfect crust for our bread. A few last steps. Let's make some cuts in the bread so it doesn't break when baking. A razor blade works better than a carving knife, but I didn't have one handy. You can cut them crosswise or lengthwise, whichever you prefer. Then sprinkle with water once more and make it enough. for 8 minutes. Then, let the steam escape. Bake for another 8 minutes. The smell is incredible. I know you want to take a bite, but wait. They still need to rest for 10 minutes to form a crust. You hear that? All the time and work have paid off. Crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. Now you can make an authentic banh mi. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. But if you still prefer to use supermarket bread, leave me a comment. I need to know why. I'll see you next week with another dish. Thanks for watching.